I didn't check my audio, but we're live.
Hello, welcome to the Scale Builders Guild.
Welcome back.
Oh
to
yes.
Both of them.
Wow, it's been so long, it feels.
I know.
But here we are. Welcome, everyone.
Welcome.
I was on a staycation, but I didn't stay home.
You say staycation.
Yeah.
But
it's because I didn't
went on vacation, but without people.
I didn't fly anywhere or do anything. Hopefully everyone can hear us and see us fine. Please check in and let us know where you are viewing from.
Hopefully it sounds right.
I'm sure it's fine.
It's like we're new at this.
No audio.
This thing on.
People can definitely hear us because they're letting me know where they're from. Utah, Calgary, Canada, Southern California, 5x5. All right, good. Hollister, California. We're back. We did it. Yes, Josh is washed out as usual. Matt's lighting is a bit weird.
Everything's
this
on
is
par.
what it looks like in here. This is my face.
I swear to God, I've changed my camera 5 times tonight.
Oh, that was almost better. Whatever you just did.
I just fixed it again, but like I said, the 5th time.
I know it'll go away. Overexposure. I don't think this is overexposed. I'm gonna lower. Oops, that's
we have so much to.
We got a lot to talk about.
We do. It really has been.
It's been a busy couple of weeks.
Yeah, really, no kidding. I mean, I've had to be traveling a little bit lately.
Yes.
Saw some friends, and we talked about that last week a little bit while you were gone. But and then this last weekend, I just got back from Phoenix, where I drove down.
Were you at the Red Cat headquarters for the new release?
Yeah, I was there for the big press day.
Oh, you went all goofy on me there. Of course. Oh. He's a robot.
Oh, perfect.
No, you're back. You're back. Don't touch anything.
I didn't touch anything the last time.
So what did you say after I said you were at the Red Cat headquarters?
Right. I was there for the big press day of the
right. It was
the V2 release.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you didn't go for that. Okay.
I you know what? I missed it. I didn't didn't see the invite until the day after, and just
it didn't even make the news.
Well, that's because it didn't come out until Tuesday, and the news was shot on Monday. Hey, thank you, Dale C. Only here for 3.257,351 minutes. Working 7 days a week, 12 to 14 hours a day. No time for anything but hello. Yeah. You know what, Dale?
That's nice, though,
I appreciate the donation honestly, the amount of investment for your entertainment level.
Oh, it's very high. I was going to say that when you put "Do It for Dale" on the back of the Mayhem truck,
that was for Dale.
That was for Dale.
Yeah,
Dale
exactly.
Yeah.
You too.
You did a bunch of traveling. I did a little bit. Oh, there's Dale C. Giving me $5 as well. Don't worry, I got you too, Matt. Thank you, Dale. Much appreciated. I'm glad that we can entertain you to the tune of $10.
Yes,
that's
for 3.2 minutes.
Amazing. I like it.
However much she said.
You were at a couple of different events, weren't you? You went to see some friends.
I went to go see some,
right.
Yeah. Some friends from here locally had moved up to Washington, went up there.
Good choice.
Yes. Yeah, it wasn't. I had not been to I had been there once I competed up in that area in like 2000 and something, 13 maybe, for Scale Nationals when it was up there. I think it was 2013. But you have a puzzled look on your face, Matt.
Yeah, all I got was 2013. The rest was robot man. That's okay. It's all right. It's all right. I'm sure you're just talking about it.
Yeah, I'd been up to Portland in 2013 for Scale Nationals. That was the last time I'd been up there. But I'd never driven there, so I got to see a lot of the area and bought my Gladiator up there, of course.
Yeah. And you haven't ruined it quite yet.
Oh, it'll be good. Don't you worry.
Yeah. I mean, I 100% approve of the choice of methods or KMCs, possibly, whatever you're going to go
It'll
with.
probably be methods, but we'll see.
But
the Jeep will be on 20s. That is decided. Oh. Hey, Gene Masters gave me a donation. Good day from Queensland. Most interesting. Yeah, you keep working on that. Gene Master says they're mostly COVID free down there and open and moving. I love living on an island. Hey, and Michael five and dime, also $5. Appreciate it. Thank you. I can keep my Gladiator. Because, well, I'll probably have to do a lot more live feeds, but no. Yeah, I'm still very excited about the car, no matter how nervous I am for spending that kind of money, which I've never spent on a vehicle before. But, we'll see. Go 17th. Ben saying go 17th. Ben bought a Gladiator the same day I did. He did. He bought a little fancier one, but same color. He did. Go 7. Mine came stock with 18s, and you can't go down in size. And it just plus 20s. 20s look better. No, you could stop the stream and go back. It'll still fire back up on YouTube for you. So it'll be all right. I will keep discussing while you keep trying there. So yes, I'll let everybody hate on the Friday.
Okay, I appear to be back for now.
So
what a mess. Sorry,
yes.
everybody. As usual, computer problems. What else is new, right?
Yes. Oh, Colton was asking if I found my Jeep Easter egg yet. Have you? I think that I did. I'm not 100% sure. I found a pair of flip-flops folded in. So I think that's my Easter egg.
Yeah, there's a couple.
Is there?
Yeah.
Oh, I found like the little things that are. Oh, of course you have. I think I found like a few things that are on all Gladiators. I'm not sure if the flip-flops are or not.
Yeah, flip-flops is one of the Gladiator things. It's also on the JLs as well. So it's
gotcha.
Yeah. I don't know of any Gladiator specific Easter eggs, so maybe there's one out there.
Let me tell you.
I don't know what they are either.
There's one on the inside of the bed that says like 416 or something. I don't know. It's the area code for Toledo where they're made.
Okay, it's not 416 because that's Toronto.
Whatever. It's all east. There's only like 900 people out there. They just share one area code.
Yeah, cross borders too for some reason.
419. There it is.
There it is. That's better. It's fixed, yes. For now, it's fixed. I think I'm in the right. It might have been the USB port of all things.
Oh.
3.1 better than 3.0. Yes. Actually, maybe that was a 2.0 up there. I don't know. It's been a little while since I've looked at this computer. 2 weeks, in fact.
Amazing. How long were you actually on your vacation?
4 days.
Okay.
Tuesday to Friday. That was it. So annoying. It was I had a great time. We rented a cottage up north, about an hour and a half out of the city, which doesn't sound very far, but it's a lot like you, Josh. You go hour and a half outside of Sacramento and you're in the woods, like in the sticks. So same with us. So we had a really great time up there. We have a couple. He's my best friend from high school. Him and his wife live directly across the street. from me. They bought the house so many years
guys
after we lived here.
Now, did you grow up right there?
Where I am now?
Not in the house, but like in that area.
No, not at all. We were about 40 minutes outside of the downtown area.
So you guys both were friends, and then one of you presumably bought a house.
Yeah, I bought the house first, and then
you were like,
"Hey," I was like, "Hey, the house across the street's for sale, ha ha ha." And then they didn't really say anything. They went and looked at it, but they didn't really say anything. And then they came over with a bottle of champagne, and they're like, "Hey, neighbor."
That's kind of amazing.
Yeah, it was very amazing. And, to everyone's credit, we still get along very, very well.
Yeah. Well, normally the whole, good fences make good neighbors, but when
it can be a challenge for sure.
Right. Hey, you're going to leave your trash cans out there, all day.
Yeah. No, but we're really close. His wife and my wife are probably best friends as well, I guess you could say. And they've been in our bubble since we were allowed to have a bubble. And it was just sort of like, you guys want to rent a cottage? Because they both work from home. I'm working from home. My wife is working from home. So we don't really go anywhere or do anything or see anybody else. So it was perfect. It was really nice.
Wow.
Yeah. Played Risk. Have you ever played Risk?
I think maybe I tried it one time. Like,
it's probably a little slow
when I was very, very young. And I was
like, we also did take up tiny trucks, and that was his first experience.
Is he a tiny truck?
No, he's never done it before. So I gave him.
That's why you guys are still friends.
I gave him the UMG 10, and I took my Wrangler, and we had a blast. It was good.
Now, I also want to thank Gigawatt RC for his, and he says because 20s. See how,
guys. Okay, but I guess because Josh is never really going to take this thing actually off the road. It will
go to amazing places that it'll get dirty.
That's not the same.
You're right. I do not plan to wheel this.
You're not going to wheel it. Like, I've taken my Wrangler wheeling.
Right.
Not super hard, mind you. Like,
I've seen your photos.
I've gone on the blues.
Like, I can tell the trees in Matt's photos when he goes wheeling are like that grow sideways for some reason. It's like weird, Matt. Oh.
Sticky's RC just said it will go to amazing places to get groceries.
I don't go grocery shopping.
No, that's Nicole's job. The JK will get much more off-road time at the mall than the JT will. But
it is amazing that the dents that are on the other Jeep are mainly from Nicole in parking lots.
Yeah. All the scratches on mine, totally from being off-road, which is cool. Yeah. Now that you're talking about getting new wheels, what comically weird tires are you going to go for?
So I probably am going to go with Falcons. And they've got a couple of choices. They've got a newer one, like a Ruba Trek or something like that. That's
familiar with that one.
Pretty interesting. So like a 285, 50 something. It's like a 34.
Right. Cool. Yeah.
Reasonable.
Nice. Yeah, exactly. My Rubicon comes with 33 KO2s. And
gotcha.
I like my wheels a lot. I have the not weird polished lip ones. I've got the regular good looking Rubicon wheels. With all offense to anybody who has the other ones.
Right. With all offense. Nice.
But I would consider getting new tires first before I went and spent the money on wheels. But I've already got my methods picked out. I would get the 307s. Is that the?
I thought 307s were the ones I was looking at.
Wasn't it?
Or was I looking at 305s?
You might have been.
I don't know.
I can't remember, but it's this one without the polished lip.
I think those are 307s.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember which ones I was.
You were looking at 703s, I think.
No,
605s. 310s.
It sounds like we're singing. Are we singing area codes?
I've got hose. I've got hose. I'm glad that we both know that song. Quack RC, $5. Thank you very much, man. Now split it equally and don't spend it all in one place. I will try my best not to. 8675309. Don't forget that one.
Jen A. Which I saw in your live stream last night.
I was pretty happy that I was able to get Jen A out without laughing.
Tony's in here saying, I finally get to sleep in the passenger seat. Yay. Because normally Tony will drive somewhere, and I have a bad habit of falling asleep on the way home from wherever we're going.
It's all the talking you do. You're so animated and so engaged with your fans and all the people that need autographs. It's tiring.
You know, sometimes when you run a race car at this RPM all the time, you got to shut her off every once in a while.
Anyway.
So I tell Nicole all the time, hi, Zappy.
With wheels, you're going 20s. And I'm going to stick with 17s because I don't need big wheels. Doesn't make any sense here. There's winter, and they'll just get ruined. So,
yeah, that's
yeah. But I'm excited for you. I'm really glad that you're in the realm of the modern day Jeep now.
I know it's so weird to drive it compared to my old one.
Well, one, because it requires 8-point turns.
I think I did message you after that first couple of days I had it. And I was like, my first U-turn attempt was unsuccessful.
It's like Austin Powers when he's in that little cart and he's like,
and it is a noticeable length difference than my JK, but
yeah, I'm sure you have the Overland. Is that what it's called? The Overland edition. So that's sort of in between. I guess it would be basically the Sahara trim for the Wrangler. Pretty
much.
Okay, so that means your dash is body colored or not body colored? It's gray.
Not body colored.
Just gray.
No.
Metallic.
It's leather.
Oh, okay.
It's like a normal dash. Like in a regular vehicle.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. Jeep. It's got like the touchable.
Yeah. Vinyl, whatever.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay.
So.
All right. But that's great, man. You got the big screen on that one too, the 8.4.
Yeah.
So that means you got the subwoofer in there somewhere.
What? Yes.
Where do they put it in the JT? Because in the JL they put it in the back and reduce your storage capacity.
Yeah, this one's like behind the back seat.
Okay. All right.
But there's not much back there anyway for space, so it's fine.
Yeah, whatever.
But at the so I was at the Off-Road Expo in Arizona last weekend. And of course there was Gladiators of trim levels galore there. But one of them was from MB Quartz, the audio company. I'm not sure if you remember them back then. Anyway, they had a full JL package. I was like, ooh. JT.
Just get your codes right, man.
I know. But so I was like, that could be interesting.
That could be a thing, yeah, for sure.
I used to be a car stereo nut.
You want it so loud that the lady's hair and clothes fall off.
Yes. That was we did have one of the cars I built, we did have an SPL record for like, I don't know, like 15 or 20 minutes. A world record.
Wow. Good for you.
In our Nissan pickup truck that weighed like 11,000 pounds.
From all the mountains.
No, concrete. we had cut out the entire floor of it from the bed all the way to, cut out the back of the cab.
Yeah.
Camper shell, fiberglass in, cut out the entire floor, poured 4 inches of concrete.
Wow.
Formed the walls, filled the walls with concrete, then did the roof. And we set an SPL record with 215s. And I think we had 10 1000D amplifiers that were all over cranked and huge banks of batteries in the back, bus bar. So crazy.
Does SPL stand for super panty loss?
sound pressure level.
Oh, yes. My panties came off. I just love the sound of your Toyota truck or Nissan. Sorry.
So I still have that like bass head in me at fart.
And of course you do.
So I like hearing that JT that was there with a sub, like a nice sub, and still it's a single 8-inch enclosure underneath the back seat. So it's just like, nothing. Yeah, but I'm just like,
you just spent a lot of money on the truck. You should drive it a little bit before you ruin it.
Exactly. So
that's what I did. I drove it for like a good 6 months before I actually took it and did anything with it.
Wheels and tires are really the only thing I plan to do right away.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying.
Michael Lenheiser in here said, keep the factory Rubicon wheels and just go with larger tires. And that's probably what I'm going to end up doing.
It's a good start.
Yeah. I don't need to do much to it. It is a daily driver, so I kind of have to keep it reasonable. Like, I don't even need a lift, if I'm honest. I think it does perfectly fine in stock form off-road for what I do.
That's fun. George Jones is in here. He says, well, I'm probably not the George Jones, but a George Jones. He said, Memphis 1000D, LOL, old school. Yes, actually, that truck was built as a Memphis audio sponsored piece. So it's two Memphis 15s, quad voice coil. So it had like 4 1000Ds per 15. It's great. God, I miss stereo stuff.
Wow. I think we've hit a nerve here.
I know. Sorry. I'm done now.
All right.
I'm done talking stereos.
That's okay. My Jeep collection keeps growing.
You got your Kyosho.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
It does look good.
It does look very good. The body is phenomenal. It's way too high, like it sits too. But I'm gonna fix that. And then the video, I've chosen where my location is going to be for this. I think it's.
And I'm excited.
Yeah, that'll be a fun one for sure.
Yes.
There were a lot of like releases in the last little while that I saw.
The news was busy last week. Or yesterday.
Yeah,
what is today?
Yesterday. Just yesterday. Jeez.
I drove back from Arizona from wherever I stayed the night before, Nevada. There all the way up to Sacramento on Monday. Got home at like 6 or something. Sat down for a couple of minutes, and then like had to finish researching the news and film. I didn't go to bed till 11:30.
Yeah,
I've
got a couple of late nights ahead of me. Finishing up the first rough cut on a documentary for it's RC related. So that'll be.
You can tell them it's about me.
Yeah, it's the Josh.
Like, it's fine. I don't mind if you share it.
The Josh Thede story. Oddly, it's the shortest documentary I've ever worked on. Times in at just under 15 seconds.
And it's just you going there. You go,
Josh. Credits roll. Directed by Josh Thede. Written by Josh Thede. Conceived by Josh Thede. So that I have to show my first rough cut on that on Thursday, which is tomorrow. I've also got Throwback Thursday video coming out tomorrow morning.
That's your RC10 project?
Yes. Sneak peek, in case anybody cares about trucks as old as Josh. Here it is.
That looks old.
It does. But it's all there. The only thing that isn't white plastic on here is the steering linkage, like arm stuff. What do they call that?
Bell cranks.
Bell cranks. Thank you. That's the only stuff that isn't original. So everything else is original, which is pretty cool.
Nice. That is very cool that you were able to source all that. And
I know, and lots of really helpful people sent me stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's even cooler.
I know it is. It's really cool.
Some people were asking about one person, specifically somebody who I lost the comment on, was asking about the pink parts from Vanquish. We released the pink parts for breast cancer awareness month. They were much more well received than we initially thought that they would be.
Yeah, you might want to do a second run.
There's no time for that. The first run took a really long time as it was.
Oh, did it?
They're Cerakoted, not anodized.
Yeah.
Next time if we do it, maybe we'll do anodized. It's hard to say.
Either way, anodizing pink doesn't look very good.
It doesn't look as good, that's for sure.
The
These are
nice.
pink.
Oh yes. I know that they were, because Brandon did all the photos, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So he sent me some of the raw photos to show me, and I think I hurt my nose because they were so bright.
When I opened the box the first time, I was like, wow.
Yeah.
That's pink.
But that's such a great cause too.
Small number of pink parts left. Some of the wheels, some sway bars, and then all of the beadlock rings, just the ring itself. Those are all done. We'll be getting packaged, and just a heads up, they'll be going up tomorrow evening-ish time.
Too bad I already ordered stuff.
Yes.
I leave that stuff to the people who really want it, though.
I didn't keep.
Yeah, they're really.
I didn't keep a set or anything like that. It's just, So, but yeah, it's Cerakoted. So So anyway, if you're looking for more of that, I am going to make sure that I put a limit on things, because I think we had people who bought like a bunch of them with the purpose of trying to make money off of reselling them, which is a bummer. Like that's not
the
I didn't even think that was gonna. I was thinking like, okay, some guy's gonna buy him for his wife's car or for this or that, but so just didn't even comprehend the fact that people were going to try and do that.
No, that's kind of that's a shame. Shame on you.
But at the same time,
told me twice.
The sale is a sale, and we're donating a large portion of it to charity.
Right.
So that was the whole purpose of it.
That's even better. I think that's the best part of this whole thing, is that you guys are giving back and helping something that is super important. So good on you guys. That's good.
One of the packaging girls, Karina, who kind of heads up that whole, area, she wanted to do it. That was like one she wanted. So I was like, yeah, that's fine. We'll handle it. And so she was kind of behind it all. And we did it like there was no discounts to anybody. Nobody who's gets a media or a store. Nobody got a discount, because it's anything that we would ever give as a discount is basically just going to charity. So
yeah, no, that's really good. Congrats on that.
So
good initiative.
Yep. It obviously affects a lot of people.
It absolutely does.
And it was something, wish we could do a bunch more, but honestly, it was a lot of effort to do just the number that we did.
I'm just going to put it out there. Don't say no yet. Vanquish pink VS4-10. Everything's pink. Plastic.
You know what? I could send it off to Dan Davidson or Nick down in Florida.
They would probably. Oh well, yeah. I know Nick would be all over.
Nick
spray the whole thing.
Yeah, exactly. He'll just take the tractor approach.
That'll do.
Shock shafts, motor, ESC, wire,
headlights. That was the best part. He's like, "Oh man, I didn't mean to I didn't tape off the headlights, so they're red too." Bald and the Beautiful asked an interesting question. Have we seen the new Hummer EV?
Oh, Bald. I saw someone ask that here too.
Yeah, Bald and Beautiful.
I did see that.
I saw it as well, and I would love to unsee it.
You know what? I'm not offended by it.
I'm not offended by it, but I'm also not a fan of
it. Yeah, I could give or take. I think it's better than the Cybertruck.
Here's the thing,
as far as design.
Do you know how much it costs?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't know if I cared, I guess.
I think it's close to like $115,000.
Okay. What's the Cybertruck cost?
70.
Like, oh.
Yeah.
I mean, an electric vehicle is not something I look to own.
Well, I think Rich Trujillo would take offense to
that. That's right. With his Tesla.
He does have a Tesla.
We do long road trips and all that. Like,
yeah. Well, I mean,
I don't want
you can, through the supercharger network, you can get coast to coast. It'll just take you a little bit longer.
Yeah, like you have
a regular stop for you to get gas, and for Nicole to buy a trinket, and for you to get some sort of Sony pop. And
that's me. Yeah.
It'd probably be like what, 15-minute stop minimum.
When we stop, my Waze. Nicole and I are very efficient on road trips, but so our Waze estimated time on it after a stop almost always exactly about 15-minute of a delay total. That's pretty good. That's with getting off of the highway or interstate, stopping, fueling, going inside, stretching your legs, get a drink, use the restroom.
Order 15 minutes. Order a submarine sandwich or hoagie or
submarines.
Take some photos of the giant oversized novelty roadside items. Look, it's a giant lobster. Yeah, but I mean, your 15-minute stop, you could essentially, I guess, with a supercharger, you can fill up to 80% in 20 minutes on one of those. So it's not that different. Not that different. Not that I have one. I don't have any skin in the game. I had Tesla stock at one point, and I was thrilled when I had it because I did pretty well. But yeah, I don't have a Tesla. I can't afford those.
But like you're saying, the time theoretically makes sense.
Yeah.
Depending on the whole supercharger location,
absolutely. Though, it does take you on a bit of a different direction sometimes.
And like, how comfortable are you, running that battery gauge
dude.
further and further?
I had the BMW i3. I had that for a weekend on when I was a member of a private club. We had all kinds of perks. No, I was like, it was anyway. For the weekend, you got to borrow the i3, but my eyes were glued to that gauge the whole time. Like, I almost got in accidents because I was like, ooh, it's getting past F.
So I'm gonna do like a video of the Gladiator, just a little walk around and Paro thing.
Yeah.
I was discussing this with Brandon the other day, in that the JT now, like the differences between the two. Or was I talking to you about it? I can't remember. Either way, the new truck has a digital gas gauge.
Right.
And my old Jeep, analog.
Yes.
And I really miss an analog gas gauge.
Well, I've got great news for you.
What?
Because I have a Wrangler JL, when I took mine off road, and you are in any steep approach or departure, that gauge is affected. So it still has an analog sort of signal in there somewhere.
That's not what I miss.
No, what do you miss?
I miss when you're driving and you're getting low, like with an analog gauge, you can kind of get a better angle at it. And you can get more fuel. Like, I'm not actually, I've got a little bit more.
I'm more like a quarter.
Yeah, no. we got
lots.
Electronic, no matter what you do, it
tells you you've got 3 kilometers removed.
I don't like it.
No.
Makes me nervous.
No.
So we'll see.
Let's talk about RC stuff for a little while, maybe.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you were talking about the videos you have to shoot.
No, they're shot. I'm done. Oh well,
wow.
I mean,
What
no,
about the
not
Kyosho?
the Kyosho one. I did stage 2 on the Gladiator. I did a whole bunch of junk to
I
that.
did see that. I watched that.
That's
I
performing quite well.
Since I knew I was going to be gone last weekend, Friday's stream missed, Sunday's stream missed, and then this weekend as well, last weekend, I had I had recorded and edited uploads for what? For Friday and Sunday
Yeah.
on both
Yeah.
those weeks. So I got a bomber update video done.
Yes.
Which was good.
Yep.
I put out the dancing rider driving footage,
which was so fun to watch. I got that one. It was great.
That was fun. I was glad I got that published. What else did I do? I can't remember.
That's it. There were those 2 videos.
No, there was 4 videos because there was
4. YouTube is broken.
It's still washed out, but whatever. So the and then your feed seems to be inconsistent on my side, but I'll get it there.
What are you doing?
Oh man, so
guys, I might be done on my channel.
Digging probably is what he meant. I don't know. Maybe.
Probably digging.
Probably. Hey, your video came back pretty well on Skype, at least for me. There's still only just a sliver of it. Oh, there we go.
No. I don't know.
Your internet came back.
I think it came back finally.
It did.
God. Well, now that I've got one person watching. Hey, you know what? It wouldn't be me if this show wasn't an absolute trash. Unbelievable. All right, guys, if you're on Josh's channel, just stay there. This could crap out at any second again.
Brazen Scale machining the Vader skids. That's what it was. Thank you.
Vader skids, right?
Vader skids. I knew that. And Quack RC, thank you. Some support in case my fellow Canadian doesn't share.
I'm not sharing nothing with him.
I also don't know how this all works. Great work. You know,
that's so good.
In the end, no matter what, the live feed stuff is still so much fun for me. Like
I really agree. Despite the somewhat frustrating moments that can occur, it's so much fun. I love this.
Yeah, frustration like any time. It's one of those things like you just have so much less control of things. Like it's live. It's like, well, this is live.
Yeah, Gringo Bandito just said, "Can you ask your ISP to provide connectivity? Only better." Yeah, it's such a mess sometimes. I don't know what it is.
Exactly. Your Lightroom Live was flawless yesterday.
I know, and one of the more popular videos.
You did. You had a good crowd in there. Everything was going.
Yeah, it was just flying.
Yeah, I thought it went really well.
A good episode too. There's some nice photos in there.
There was that COE of Wes's was awesome.
Yeah.
I really like that.
I'm not much of I'm not a rat rod kind of builder. I don't really.
Was that rat rod?
Yeah, I'd say that was rod.
I feel like rat rod is when you have you use stuff that shouldn't be used as stuff.
Okay, well then hot rod, but sort of like that rat rod style.
Patinaed hot rod is kind of what I would.
The tail lights were mason jars.
Okay. So then I will say that yes, I would agree that is rat rod-esque.
Rat rod adjacent. He builds all that stuff by vacuum forming styrene.
It is cool to see the little bucks he makes and then vacuum forming over it, and
very, very cool stuff. So good episode. That one seems to be working better because if I'm honest, it's not like it's the computer's fault. It's my fault because I haven't been maintaining this computer as much as I've been maintaining the other one. The other one gets all the upgrades and updates and everything, and this one just sort of goes, "Do you remember me?"
Which that impression is kind of like what Colton here is saying. Matt's Wi-Fi is only running on 1/2 moose speed. Yeah, turn that up to rabbit. No.
I got to turn it up to double moose.
What pinion are you running on the Fusion? I think I put a 22 tooth pinion in there on that, if I remember right. I can't 100% recall though.
I have not used my Fusion yet, but I have a project for it, which will be the JL replica that I'm doing on the VS4-10.
Was that a 3D printed replica?
No, that I was just going to use Night Customs pieces on the VS4-10 chassis and use one of my spare Lexan bodies.
Gotcha.
But I'm going to paint it in the Stingray.
Nice. Yeah, perfect that, and then I'll send you a body.
What?
A JT body.
Yeah.
Get the color nailed down, and then. Yeah.
That's an easy one.
Ben is asking Josh's RC Speedy building a new R1 for you. Not for me. I've got the one R1 here that I'm not super pumped about the geometry on, but I'm not looking to buy a second one.
Which one is that? The R1? The G made?
No, RC Speedy. This one.
Oh, right.
He just called it the same as an R1.
Okay. I like that.
The craftsmanship is fine. It's just the geometry of the front that is all funky.
Oh.
It's just the shocks bind up at half stroke. Because the tabs are straight up and down rather than having some angle to them. So I don't know. I might cut them off there and have to weld my own on or something like that.
Huh.
So
a fun project nonetheless, I'm sure.
Yeah, this is another one I have a video to do on.
Are you going to because that Mojave EXB came out this week? Are you going to get one of those?
Oh, I'm freaking torn.
I think I'm going to get one. Because,
are you?
Yeah.
You don't have room for that.
No, I know. But I'm making room. I'm getting rid of some things in the other room.
Like what, a couch?
No, I've got shelves in the other unfinished portion of the basement. And I just got my furnace replaced, so there's actually more room now.
Oh, I see.
My furnace, I think, was from sometime in the mid-1800s before. It was so loud and so inefficient. All of the heat either just went into this one unfinished portion of the basement or right up the chimney.
Oh.
Now it's like, I'm like living in the future. The house is just nice and comfortable all the time. And also it's much smaller, the unit. So I've got room in it. And why I was thinking about getting the Mojaves, because one, I don't have one. And two, that way I have the trifecta of the large scale trophy trucks.
Super Baja V2.
Yes.
The Mojave and your UDR, huh?
Yes. That way I've got all three. So then we can do my own personal shootout, which I won't film or put up on the channel.
I'm not a big fan of the shootouts, but
no, neither am I. Because all of these, for me, at the end of the day, all of these things are fun. They all have positives and they all have negatives. But I don't have the wherewithal to go out and try to replicate the same thing over and over again. That's the hardest part.
I know. And it's just, I don't know. There's so many little things about it. I don't know. Anytime I see like this versus that, I'm just like, this is it.
Yeah. It's unscientific.
So, yeah.
And it shouldn't be scientific either. There's a fun factor to all of these things. And there's so many other things that come into play. Budget, space to play with said vehicle, what your brand loyalties are or not. I don't in this category, in that category, whether it's Arma or Losi or Traxxas or whomever, it doesn't really matter. They're all pretty much really close to each other in terms of their level of performance and everything else. So
right,
it's all I want to do with those is have fun. And
yeah,
yeah,
I know what
I
you mean.
think that Mojave looks pretty fun.
It does, and I've wanted. The only thing is that where I'm torn is it's like, do I want to get that EXB, which is like some upgraded? I need to do a little bit more research.
Yeah, I mean,
Because
essentially, you got to put your own electronics in the EXB.
Right, and I'm just like, is it worth it to me to do that versus just buying the RTR? Like,
well, yeah, that's another really good point. I mean, it's also like, if you've got stuff on hand, I mean, you or I probably don't, because
not in
it's
that scale.
not the right scale. So you would have to buy all new stuff.
But you do have that quick run just laying around. You could throw that 1800 kV quick run in there.
Yeah, it would be a blast, man.
Yeah. The so I want the Mojave.
Yeah.
And I just don't know. I've been kicking it around for a long time. But at the same time, I have 400 other projects that I should really do. Or maybe I should drive my infraction for a third time.
I mean, that is also a good idea. You've probably got a few more months in which you can, well, you've got all the months in which you can do that.
All of the months.
I've got no more months. It's the weather turned quickly here. It's garbage all of a sudden. No snow yet.
It's starting to get fairly nice here.
Yeah, time to visit.
Not so hot.
Time to visit, but that I could.
Right.
Dave Zilla said I should throw the 1/5 scale Firma combo and go 8S on the Mojave speed. Yikes.
Yeah.
No.
Exactly.
No, thank you.
Yeah. It's that's the one thing I'm just like, for me, the bashers like that, my Arma Outcast 6S is stock, other than I put like there's some company that I don't remember what it is that made some aluminum braces. I put those in there since I bent my chassis in half once.
Right.
And I put a couple of other little like skids and things that were popular upgrades for people that use them more. So I did like just a few of those things, but other than that, it's stock and it just kicks ass.
Yeah, exactly.
So much fun.
That is Arma, right? I mean, you don't really need to do a ton of upgrading unless you're really super hard on your stuff. And
right.
I traditionally am not. So keeping those stock is pretty much all I'm going to do. I've got a couple of clear bodies here for the UDR and the felony, but for the felony, that's a different project that I put in mind.
Right. Yeah. So I don't know. It's a serious thought, and I have to do some thinking as to whether or not I really want to put the investment of the extra electronics in it, figure out like what would be best.
Yep.
Obviously there's times where we can get electronics for a little bit less than normal street price.
Sometimes, yeah.
But
who you talk to.
It just depends.
Yeah.
So I don't know. The RTRs are still pretty good.
Yeah, totally. That's the other thing. I think the RTR electronics have gotten better since the Horizon buyout.
Well, yeah, I guess that could. I guess the
Firma.
I think both of my Armas are pre.
Yeah.
Now the infraction came out after Horizon had acquired them, but there wasn't any changes yet.
No. On the new one, on the felony, it's all Firma Spectrum stuff.
Right.
Here's a good question, RC related. Nick LaRusso wants to know what class the Gatekeeper would be considered.
Ooh, that's a really good question.
Right.
So it's got frame rails, so it could still be a class 2.
Yep. That would not. I think we can discount right away. It will not be considered for class 1.
I think that you could technically make it a class 2.
Yeah, you could make it a class 2.
It doesn't have boat sides, but you could consider that it has a pinch and a pinch and a dovetail.
Yes.
In a way, but it only has 2 of the 3 regardless.
Yeah.
The width of it, I do believe. What is class 2 rules on tire coverage?
You have
It
to
has to
have
be the inside of the width of the doors, right?
inside the width of the windshield, or is it doors? It's doors because windshield is class 1.
Well, it's like at the whatever it is. It's um which I think it easily hits because it still sits pretty tucked in.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I think you could easily fit it in a class 2.
Yep. I think that's where I would put it. I mean, you wouldn't want to run it in class 3.
No, it would have no
chance.
chance in class 3.
No chance.
So yeah, I see no issue there.
Yeah.
It would probably, and it could be a fine class 2, really. I don't know. You might have to start struggling with some points. You could.
Yeah, you need a lot of bed rolls.
Yeah, you could put rigid metal panels on it though. I think you can get those points.
That would help. Yeah. Now I know you don't like it, but John Howard and I agree here that Hemi-Storm's Gatekeeper would be a nice looking class 2. Where's that Dodge body? I gotta get that back on my body.
Yeah, that Hemi does.
He does good work.
Great paint. It's a great paint job.
Yes, definitely. Here, Dave Zilla said the SPM SEM CO6, which I bet you.
Say those. What you said? A lot of letters.
That's the Spectrum 160 amp ESC.
And I thought you were talking about cars.
1250 kV motor on 6S in the Mojave. That would be pretty good. So just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Brazen Scale was asking, any chance I'll be heading to King of the Hammers? The problem with King of the Hammers for me is that it's always right after the holidays, and I end up going back home for the holidays to the Midwest, or now to the Gulf. Well, I'll be at my parents in Gulfport, Mississippi for Thanksgiving, and then back in Kansas City for Christmas. So it's like then taking off more time at the very end of January. It's a tough one. And honestly, the viewing experience for KOH is so good at home. Like,
yeah, they've done a really great job of doing like for what basically is a nothing place in the middle of nowhere.
There is nothing there.
Their internet and their streaming and the quality of the camera work that they're getting is phenomenal.
So good. Live drone footage from however many. It's they've
got it set up, man. And it is nice to just sit at home, stream it to your computer or your TV and just watch it that way.
Brazen's saying, can find you a seat to ride in it. Do you mean in King of the, like to compete? Because that changes things. Like, if I can go co-drive, I'm in.
That would be a documentary I would love to edit.
Co-driving is the scariest thing ever.
I can imagine, because you have zero control.
I've done it only once, and in a side-by-side.
Hey, Bobby Mack, thanks for checking in.
Still,
in a side-by-side noise.
So yeah, I mean, that was there was a race that we had put on in southern Missouri. But yeah, it was, and that was before the side-by-sides were as good as they are now.
Right.
That was when we were doing it, like the side-by-sides were like, if you had a 900, and then there was the guys that had like, oh my God, they just came out with a 1000 turbo, and it was like a whole different car, because like there were some of the guys with the original 800 Polaris 800 Razors, which you could put in the back of a pickup truck.
Right.
And now they are the size of a Jeep.
I know, they've gotten so big.
Amazing. So, yeah.
So I guess you're not getting a Gen 8 V2 then.
Oh, I saw a couple of comments on that. It's a V2. It's got some little bit of changes. It's got clear windows and no
interior.
No pooch on the bottom anymore.
No,
appendage.
Yeah. It lost the baby weight. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. It's not the car that I would look at buying. It's different colors now.
Yeah. Purple. I guess they revised the axles a bit, double shear.
Yeah, they put some double shear shock mounts, which should help brace up in some weak areas.
Yeah, because there were a few issues there on breakage.
And possibly better axle shafts.
Yes.
Yet to be seen.
So, but yeah, I'm not going to rush out and get one. New servo as well. Bigger servo on there, I think. I think it's different than the original.
Like a 20 kilogram servo, something like that.
Yeah.
I don't remember their stock servo being the worst.
No, I thought it was okay.
I thought it was. Their steering geometry was the worst. But I didn't remember the servo power itself.
Hold on.
So,
somebody, Heathcliff, do you guys like the Kyosho Turbo Optima re-release? They did a Turbo Optima re-release? This stream is over. Need to go buy it right now.
I have the Ultima re-release, and I thought it was cool, but I have no vintage RC knowledge.
Oh, Turbo Optima. Okay, this has been a throw. I like the Turbo Optima, but I'm more a Turbo Optima mid kind of guy.
Oh, of course, the mid.
Well, that's what I had when I was a kid.
Ah, back in olden times.
Wait a second. Somebody did post this up. There's all kinds of videos being posted up. I guess there is a Turbo Optima mid.
Wow.
I'm going to have to do some research later. But thanks for that.
back before Prohibition.
Danny Tremblay had a question about his UMG 10. He installed an anodized full front and rear portal axle. Literally burnt out my 35 turn 540 after rock crawling. And then again, the motor, after he replaced it with a 550, was so hot he couldn't touch it. Pinion
you
gear.
Have another problem,
yeah,
sir.
There's something rubbing there, I think.
What I would tell you to do, well, first thing I would do in those cases, because it's one of those issues, disconnect the drive shafts from the transmission and then just spin the drive shaft by hand with the tires and wheels on. Tightened like you would normally run. Spin. It should spin very free. And then you'll be able to isolate if it's the front or the rear that's having the issue, or both. Maybe it's both.
There's definitely some added friction going on.
If you find that, like, what oftentimes happens with people who upgrade to portals are the tires or the wheels might start rubbing on the inside unnoticed. So check that first. There could be a chance that you have a gearing issue overall with like the motor just spinning at top RPM all the time because you didn't re-gear. When you add portals, you almost always have to re-gear.
And you want to gear up.
There's a lot of times these cheap portals which possibly it sounds like you picked up like a set of Chinese portals because it just says fully anodized. That's a very Chinese. Like sometimes those are just a 1-to-1 portal. So
there might be some other factors there, but definitely check all of your points.
Exactly. Check that. See if you have some binding. If you have no binding in the axles, then check your trans.
Yep.
Try and eliminate things in different ways.
And if maybe you need to go to the A&P. It's in the phone book. Under A. And if it's not under A, it's under P. Never mind.
What ridiculous movie or TV show from the early 80s is this from?
That was Scrooged, sir.
Scrooge? Like from the 90s, Scrooge?
Bill Murray.
Yeah.
Christmas movie, yes.
Wow, what a terrible movie to reference.
Hey, whoa. That's a fantastic movie.
It was okay.
Moose Jaw would agree with me that that's an amazing movie.
It wasn't a rewatch movie.
I think the mid is coming next. Dave Zilla, if you know anything about the Optima mid coming out, I'm all over it. JDM JDK sent me $4.99. Thank you very much, JDM JDK. Checking in. You guys are great background when RC building and modding. I would like to think that we're great background for that as well.
Yes, I think background. we're good background noise in general.
Nobody really needs to pay attention to this show.
This should not be the focus of your attention.
Do not pay attention.
You will be disappointed. You will be severely disappointed.
Yeah. Man, I was expecting some entertainment, and all I got was bored.
There has been some questions in here about the new scale hardware we released.
Yes.
Which I did grab, but specifically about the GR8.
Which is great.
Right. It's the kind of fun fact. Oftentimes when we are naming products like this, they are a very quick thing that I just write down and then no one says anything different, so I go with it. This one, also the case. GR8 is supposed to be like close to grade 8 because we're trying to go for that grade 8 look. But fun fact, trying to do like the actual zinc coating or stuff like that is a environmental hazard and not something we wanted to mess with. So we went with this other coating that looks similar-ish.
Thanks a lot, California.
Yeah, in general.
Now this is not your hardware, but I just wanted to.
I have all of the hardware here. I can go grab. So that's your 480p webcam is giving us a great look.
Quiet. I don't care about your camera.
Well, you should entertain for 2 seconds. I'm gonna go grab my backpack.
Is the grade 8 one sort of like the gold-ish kind of look?
I have it here. I'll show you.
Okay, all right. Never mind.
Talk amongst yourselves.
So when Josh was a baby,
that's one thing here. Tossed man was saying GR8, is that like the SCA1E? Which I still can't believe I did not understand.
Yes, I can't believe you missed that either. All right.
What was more surprising is that I remembered it's like the SCA1E. Like,
I don't understand.
What a dumb name. Why can't you simplify it?
Why can't you just make it scale? Oh,
I thought it was like Cross RC who just uses dumb names for everything.
Oof, yeah, let's not talk about that. They just released the Turbo Mid for the Mini Z. Okay, thanks, Dave. I'll talk to my friends at Kyosho and be like, when I was in grade 8, I had a Turbo Optimum Mid, and that was my favorite car. Yeah, I know a lot of people aren't into the vintage stuff, but because I'm an old man, it makes me remember the simpler days of when I was a child. So yeah, I'm definitely into that for sure. Oh, Jay Walker said right now your background for After Effects. That's amazing. I was doing some After Effects work earlier today myself, and also cutting some videos for Ford for my clients in real life. Yeah, so I'm sure most of you already know, but I'm a film editor by day and work mostly in advertising, commercials, and that was one of the things that I was doing today. Yeah. Okay, I got some trivia for you all. What was Axial's first product? And I'm curious if anybody knows this one. Post it in the comments. See if anybody gets it here. I'll answer some of these other questions while I'm at it. Again, Josh has never seen Better Off Dead, yet loves the movie Rubber. I'll repeat that one when he gets back here, Joe. I dig scale, but I'm not spending money for tiny ass bolts.
Sorry. That took too long.
That's all right, no problem. Would I consider doing a video on the Cricket, or can you just put a link to where to get it? GTosh111. I hadn't considered doing a video on the Cricket, but I will do one now that you mention it, because that will be part of stage 3 on the Gladiator. I'm cutting my own graphics for the truck. So, yes, I will be sure to include some information on it. I got mine at Michael's. I'm sure you guys have Michael's in America.
We do, and you can almost always get a really good coupon for Michael's.
Except on the Cricket, which is a pain in the ass.
Like Harbor Freight, when they won't let you use it on Toolbox.
I know.
Anyway, I was on the scale hardware thing earlier. So the GR8 stuff, while we the listings got put up for the M2 and the 440 on that, and that was a mistake because those are not currently available. They could be. We'll see how people like them first. It was a color option that I like, but we're not sure if others will as well.
Okie dokie. Yes, people, you guys are correct. Nitro Motors were Seal's first product. We did a little trivia one.
Oh.
What was one of their, from that era? Do you remember, Josh, what one of their best-selling products was?
The nitro fuel bottle.
Correct. They sold tens of thousands of those.
They did.
Believe it or not.
Yep.
Matt's stream looks like a Facebook filter. No, this is just how this room looks. It's well lit. Hey, thanks for the $5, Gene Master. Matt's shirt keeps reminding me of Monty Python's I'm a Lumberjack and I'm okay.
What? I don't remember that.
I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay. Sleep all night and I work all day. Cut down trees. Never mind. I'll stop. Sorry.
This is one of the tool tips, which I'll show here.
Just the tip.
Just the tip, just for a second. And now let's see if I can find cross wrench.
This is useless.
I know.
You won't be able to find a cross wrench, but I've got 300.
I know. I always throw them away.
Yeah, you're right, Tossman. If I start doing the Cricut stuff, I'm gonna have to start teaching people how to use Illustrator.
Illustrator live on Thursday.
Oh God, you don't want to watch me teach anybody that. That would be embarrassing.
Oh man, I literally don't know if I have a cross wrench.
That's hilarious that you don't have one. Will there be a running video review on the Fusion for the Fusion on the Gladiator? Fusion's not in the Gladiator. I put the Z-Run Fuck in the Gladiator.
How is it possible somebody in this hobby doesn't have a cross wrench?
Yeah, you're not a true hobbyist.
How many people have them can literally grab one without standing up right now? Who's watching this? There's 302 people currently watching this stream. I bet 65 of them could grab one currently without standing up.
Gene, throw me another $2. I cut down trees and I wear high heels. It's so good. I've got at least half a dozen right next to me in view right now. Because I don't throw those away. What's wrong with me?
What? Who needs them normally?
I do sometimes. Sometimes I'm like, you know what? Let's go. I'm feeling saucy. Let's do this one by hand.
I have this cross wrench.
Yeah. Oh, the infraction one. Yeah. Or is that from the Kyosho?
I think that's from the Kyosho.
Yeah.
Like, damn. This is embarrassing.
It is embarrassing. I'm embarrassed for you. This stream is over. No, but thanks, GPC Crawler. This is great. He goes, no, but thanks to you guys, for some reason I have a gyroscopic screwdriver handy.
I have a travel size chip brush in my because you
never know when you'll need to paint a Lexan body.
You can't just carry a 1.5 with you. You go with the one for travel.
Good God.
Like, let's be economical about this.
Speaking of cross wrenches, here's 3, just big ones. Look at this weird one. Look at this one.
Size queen.
Now, kids, if you're at home watching, ask your mom what a size queen is. Ask your mom.
Yeah, go ask your mom.
Oh, yikes. Well, there goes the monetization for this video.
Yeah. Well, that was fun for a minute.
This is embarrassing. Find a cross wrench already. Actually, you know what?
I'm going to.
I charged up my my glow plug igniter because I think I'm gonna try to take the Audi out and see if it's still running. That's what I'm gonna be doing.
I'm thoroughly let down.
Oh, maybe there's one in this bench. He's gonna.
There's a better chance that I have a new kit around that has one.
Open up the trailer box. Maybe you get one in there? What kit is that?
UMG 10.
Why do you have that?
You know I build kits on Fridays, right?
Hey, I had a prediction on what you're building on Friday.
Well, you would be wrong.
Oh, you think so? I
guarantee so.
Oh, really? I have a pretty good idea of what it is.
Do you?
I think you're building the G-Made Buffalo. No?
You know?
You're not? Are you? You are, aren't you? Hello?
How did I even lose this one?
God.
Like, did I open the bag from this one and just throw it away?
That's what he does. Step 1. Remove all the T-wrenches and throw them in the garbage. Doesn't even recycle them. Like, surely there's some needy kids. So I guess I'm not right. Are you not building the you're not building the G-Made Buffalo?
You would be incorrect.
Darn it. I was kind of hoping you were going to build one because I want one.
What?
I'm joking. I don't want one. What I do want to do is build my SMT-10, but I've got too many other projects until then. That one happens. Darwin says you're going to build the Orlando Rock Bouncer.
No, I will not.
Too small, huh?
Yeah. Well, what I was going to show you was the fact that this little hex area on the mid part of the T-wrench
fits into a T, or it fits into a cross wrench. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's so nice. And it's super handy.
You know what's great?
And
that picture is on the internet. You showed that off in your live.
Sometimes when you see it in video, in moving picture land, it's helpful.
Can't find the wrench? Order a handle from Vanquish. Thank you, Tossman.
I mean, I have these like very nice anodized ball bearing handles. And I'm trying to find a 34-cent cross wrench.
Oh,
that I've purposely thrown away.
Ian Turbot makes a very good point. You might want to start building your 50K giveaway so you can be ready in time. I got a few months before I hit 50K. It's at 41.7 or whatever right now. I figure if I keep at this pace, I got about 8 months. That should be okay. No, sorry, Bobby. Will not be going to USTE 21 unless by some miracle.
They're all in the dump. Did I actually put
They're
wrenches in the dumpster?
That's where most of mine are. That's where my other collection of wrenches are. This is so embarrassing. That was a dig at Josh too. Yes, actually, that's correct. He should have his 50K build done, but he is.
They're not. I for some reason felt like that was a correct statement. Like I actually put them in the dumpster.
Well, he's probably remembering my dumpster full of cross wrenches.
Oh, that's right.
There they are. There's another. Hey, there's another giant one. I was looking for this.
Anyway, so
the Tamiya wrench.
Let's here, by the way, is that hardware.
Oh, nice. Move it up a little bit, please. Go. That looks great.
Great. Yes. Okay. RC Patina guy says, okay, I'm back. What did I miss? You missed me searching for a T-wrench for the better part of 6 minutes.
I wish that this was the episode where it's like, what do you have challenge? Because I would have won that easily. But everyone would have turned it off.
Yeah, that too.
Oh, you know what? You know what? The other thing, somebody asked me recently if I was looking at that Abisma or Absima. Which one is it? Abisma? No. Absima. Who took the keys to my Bima? Who am I?
PD Pablo.
Yeah. No. Somebody was asking if I was going to get one of those, and I would check that out. I think just to get a good sort of look at something entirely out of the realm of stuff that I've seen lately. But they're sold out everywhere. Cannot get one.
Yeah. We'll see. Tossman was saying Vanquish needs to go all metric. The problem is that the 164 beadlock hardware looks so much better than 2mm hardware. It does. I agree. It's just like not even close. Like I can tell 2mm hardware from a mile away. Like that looks worse.
Yep. It does look. It looks a lot better when it's the small stuff.
Chris Hill, did you see my question? He says about the. No, I did not, and I have no idea how far up it goes. So you'll have to say. Did you see Ruby do a wheelie? I did. That was quite impressive. Matt, did you see Ruby do a wheelie?
Maybe. Did you watch the video that I sent you today?
Nope. Oh wait, yeah. Was it the Jeep? Oof. Black Bear Canyon, I think.
Yeah.
That one.
Yikes. There's a lot of bad stuff associated to that story too. Because
is there?
Yeah. So nobody. Okay. Nobody
was in the Jeep when it was.
Nobody was in the Jeep when it rolled down the canyon, but from what I understand, the man who put it into park or put on the parking brake and that failed, his wife/girlfriend and a couple of dogs were in the Jeep at the time. So she flipped out, was able to get out, but unfortunately I think got pinned underneath it as it started to roll back. So I think she's fairly injured, but nobody died.
I did see that on the original upload of that video on YouTube, which was where the original got put up. It's since been absolutely just downloaded and posted everywhere else.
Yeah.
But there was a link to like the GoFundMe for her medical help.
Yeah. So brutal.
But I had seen basically the thumbnail to that video, which if you guys haven't seen it, just go on the internet and
it's there.
Scroll for a few minutes, you'll find it. But it's like Jeep rolls down Black Bear Canyon, and I'm like, oh man. But the first like 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes, are this black TJ traversing this narrow carefully, and he's doing well, and it looks careful, very well. And he looks
it's
reasonable.
Just a GoPro on the hood.
GoPro mounted, and it's just the Jeep's moving under it, and it's going. Like, okay. Then he has to do like a 3-point turn to get around an area. I'm like, did something fail here? And then no, and he just starts going. I'm like, this seems and then
very
all of
pedestrian.
And I was expecting that Jeep to somehow have rolled down the canyon.
Same. So was I.
But then just out of nowhere, this JK just comes like it was
barely
dropped off a building.
Just comes rolling down the canyon. And it's like, I would guess probably like 20 feet away from where he stopped.
Yeah, maybe
more. Maybe
30. GoPros make things seem further away, so it might not have been
closer,
all that far. But wow, what a absolute just.
It was a bit of a yard sale for sure, but if you feel like tossing.
Where is Black Bear Pass?
Is that the Colorado?
I have no idea. I didn't look. I think
it's
do
Colorado.
Any research on it.
He only stopped because some of the rocks came first. Yeah, exactly. I think he kind of knew something was up. But it is. Wow. I think it is Colorado. That's what Lou Dooley is saying. So.
Oh, Chris was asking about entries on the giveaway. Sometimes the that site is weird and it will show like less entries, but they usually all come back. Like I haven't seen anybody actually lose entries. So any of them that you had before will still be.
I'm going to enter. I'm going to enter to win.
Pin it to win it.
But then I'm just going to toss in the garbage.
Yeah, perfect. It is Colorado. You are correct.
Yeah.
So yeah, they have wide angle lenses. Yeah, the GoPro. I know that's why.
What's this Ruby thing doing a wheelie? What's that all about?
Cletus McFarlane Ruby recently did a 7, and then he did another pass here and almost put Ruby on the back bumper doing a power wheelie. It was pretty impressive. Drag racer stuff.
Yeah. I know what that means.
Yeah. So yeah, that was. Oh, but speaking of, on my drive back here, I had seen a gentleman in a C5 Corvette towing a jet boat.
Yep, that guy's living the life.
That the gentleman was having. That he knows how to have fun.
Yeah,
he's
party in the front and party in the back. He's party in the front and party in the back. He's got a forward mullet somehow. Pastrana's new Gymkhana car, the new Subi, that does look fantastic. Very nice. Big fan. I do like the look of that. I'm glad it's a Subaru again doing a Gymkhana. Not that I have anything against Ford. They're big clients of mine, and I'm more than happy to cut their stuff, but it just seems right. There is something about them, I agree, that is definitely brings back. Do you remember seeing the very first Gymkhana video? Absolutely, I do. And how just out of this world it was. At the time, I brought people into my suite. I was like, "You guys got to check this out. This is crazy." And then there were some ones further on down the line where they were doing stuff with GoPros that I have never seen. Like some of the mounts that they made where it went like zip all the way around. Yeah. So you saw it in one window and then it would just go zzz. Yeah, like the bullet time rails. But it wasn't bullet time. It was all real time. Right. Yeah, like where they had, but yeah, cool. They just arrayed GoPros on it. Cut it. Oh, so cool. Yeah, so good. Josh, do you or Matt remember the CGR bodies from Proline? I still have mine. Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh, I had for sure. I don't know. I had a few of them. I remember the very first one that I had was like the ambush version, and that's when I drew up the original Woods Runner cage, was to fit that body, and then I ended up changing a bunch and had to make the body from everything. But yeah, that was a body for sure. So. What do we think of low CG cheater chassis? If you're looking to comp, that's a good way to go. If that's the only part that you care about, great. If you're trying to build a scale truck that looks cool, I don't see any point at them. That would not be my choice. There's so many more realistic, better chassis for that purpose. But yeah, if you are looking to, I think they'd look terrible. Yeah. But if you don't care that they look terrible and you just want to try performance only, then great. Yep. But I think they're lame. That's not really either of our wheelhouses. Yeah. I don't go to comps to win the comp part. I go to have a good time, goof off on the rocks a little bit, and win the concourse. I like the actual, fabrication of full-size stuff. Yeah. Like I really enjoy that. And I like how some of those methods can trickle down to our area. Yeah, definitely. And the flat rail carbon G10 stuff to me it takes all of that out and it throws that away. And it's like, I'm just going to make a toy that climbs a big rock. It's going back to the comp crawler days. If I really wanted to do that, I'd just build a comp crawler that would do it better. Yeah. Instead, you're like disguising poorly a comp crawler. Right. Not that we're being snobs or elitist or anything. Oh, I am. I am. Okay, Josh is. No. I'm. Not that we're being jerks, but Josh is. No, he's not. He's goofing around too. It's always like whatever floats your boat and whatever makes you happy and whatever this, like, for me, I like the challenge of not being able to make an obstacle with a tiny truck and trying to find a way to make it happen. I just, going up something without any trouble, that doesn't really appeal to me, especially when it doesn't look like a truck. So
I mean, yeah, I like to be able to go up crazy things.
Yeah.
But not at the expense of it looking like that.
Exactly. There we go.
Oh, Ben had messaged me earlier and asked if I could try the M2 hardware in a beadlock ring.
Oh, and what are your beadlock rings? If the M2 stuff would fit.
Now, I may not have cross wrenches handy, but I can almost guarantee you I've got some beadlock rings handy.
That I also have.
Let me.
Oh, did I show you guys this? Did I show you this? My Jetson Nano came in.
Oh, wow. It's even kind of a decent looking little box.
Yeah. So this is like I guess it's a Raspberry Pi competitor from Nvidia. Very small little micro style computer. And this is going to be the new heart of my self-driving project, which will get revamped and revitalized and become a thing sometime.
Nice.
But yeah, Nvidia sent that my way after I had a little convo with them, and I'm excited to try to get that working. And what's the guy that's doing the servo actuated stuff?
Super Scale.
He's sending me out the off-road version of that very shortly.
Oh, nice.
I think it's in the mail from Mother Russia right now.
In Russia, trucks drive you. Ben, it does appear that it fits just fine. Drops down in. The head size is actually the same. It's a 2mm hex. So there you go.
KP 11111111111 has a question. As a newbie,
how many ones was it though?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think it's 8. No,
oh,
9.
I know the guy was 7. Different guy.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It looks like more than that. Well, hi there. How are you? Were you just outside? Was he a good boy? Oh, that's good. I'm talking to my son.
Right.
Hey, come up here. Come up here. Come over here.
Colby was saying, just check out some of these chassis. They have some comp style chassis for a TRX4 and an Element. Like, there's lots of people that have the chassis. They just all look bad. Like,
look at this some dog.
And that's the other thing. Like, basically, all of the chassis are the same. They're just a little bit, they have a little different. The ones that are like a little bit more interesting are the ones that have like some more engineering to them for the cross braces that tie in well or something like that. Like,
let's go back to the question from KP1111111. As a newbie, is a TRX Bronco a good crawler, and also is there point to upgrade the XL5 electrics?
It's a great crawler.
It is a great crawler. The Bronco is a much more like scale body, and the bumpers are bigger and plastic and will get in the way for sure. It won't be quite as skewed towards the performance end of things as, say, the Sport would be. But you get a lot more for your money with the Bronco in the looks department. And the XL5 electrics are not the best, but they are a great starting point. You will burn out that servo very quickly.
The servo will go eventually. The XL5 stock ESC, not terrible.
Not terrible.
The Titan 21 turn motor, not bad at all.
Also not terrible. Servo.
They'll both run. Servo's junk.
Yeah.
But I will like to note that the only like rings that I had that weren't on something were orange or the green. Whoops. So yeah, the stock servos are junk. If you drive easier, then you'll be fine. If you drive like a child, then you break them, which is what I do. So that's the first thing I would change. And then from there, if you pick up that truck, and like Matt said, it's a big body, but it's a super durable truck.
Yep.
And it's great.
They are pretty bulletproof.
It's just you do have a big lunchbox of a body that's going to get in the way, but either that, it looks really good and it's strong. So
if I were to pick one though, and it's a personal preference, the Blazer is my preference. I think it looks better than the Bronco.
You like the Blazer better than the Bronco, huh?
Yep. I don't even like Chevys for the most part, but that era of Bronco, I was never a fan of.
For some reason, I feel like I do like the Bronco better.
That's fine. You can be wrong. It's okay.
But honestly, that TRX-6 was pretty rad.
Yeah. And mine's, I still have to paint mine. I don't know what I'm going to do. I got to do something fun with that paint job.
It's definitely not your everyday trail truck though, because it's so specific. It's so big and it's such a pain to turn.
Yeah. I would not crawl with a Clodbuster. It's got open diffs. I mean, you could lock them, but
you watch your mouth.
No, I know. The very first rock crawler
Clodbusters
was a Clodbuster.
Clodbusters can be insanely capable.
Yes, absolutely. I think he's talking more about a stock one though, Josh, not something that was filmed in Australia. I know the story.
I'm not even talking mud cow days. I'm just saying. But
yes, everyone, these TRX-6 is back together. Did I not show that off in the last 2 weeks?
Oh. I think my internet buffered a little bit.
Buffeting. It's all back together. The only thing missing is a servo. I didn't put a servo in yet, but it's all back together. And it's all in one piece. It's like, oops, what fell out there? It's my pencil. I don't know. There was a pencil in there for some reason. But everything's back together. It's like it never met that curb. So pleased with myself.
Oh, I hope that mine's coming back. I'm not.
Where did it? Oh, yeah, right. You gave it to someone?
It's back. Oh, no, sorry. I was talking about my internet connection.
Right. Yeah, you're fine.
No, my TRX-6 is still here, and still in winning condition, or the condition that it was. Sick burn.
Boom, roasted.
Sick burn.
Boom, roasted.
And I do have the clear body, but honestly, I don't know if I can see myself having it painted.
Don't change yours. Yours is exactly how it should be in winning condition.
Yep.
Oh, I can't believe I'm saying that out loud.
It was so I think it'll stay like that.
Yeah, as it should. It looks great. It looks really good. I went way too far.
Yeah.
Evan Moore just goes, "Can I see the Carfax on that TRX-6?" Never been crashed. It's fine.
Oh, only driven on weekends. Low mileage.
Very low mileage. That's so good. Somebody was asking what the Willys is behind me. Don't touch my Willy. But I've been working on this for a while. It's almost done. But this is the Vanquish VS4-10 Origin underneath. This was the one of the prototype versions, in fact.
Yep.
But I have put this giant 6-tail Willys body on it, and
one of the Dragon model.
This is the Dragon model, so I had to build this myself. But that's that felt pretty good. And then I built out a little bit of the interior there, so it all fits quite nicely under there. And then there is a LS motor under there.
V8 motor.
Which fits really nicely. I gotta say, it looks pretty good, right?
Jared's asking what's a good beginner crawler that won't break the bank. TRX4 Sport, Element Enduro Sendero.
That's very much on the budget end of things.
I would say still one of my favorites. SCX-10 2 Honcho.
Say that again.
SCX-10-2 Honcho.
Yes, that was a great budget build. Man, oh man.
Yep. So, still, SCX-10-2 is still very viable. They can be had cheap. So, Matt in his
lubing my chair.
ancient chair. Someone was saying the Gen 8 V2. You would not find the Gen 8 on my recommendation list.
It wouldn't be my first recommendation.
Yeah. I mean, it's not that it's a terrible car. It's better. That's your is that some cow RC?
Yeah. It's either this or Jigaloo.
Perfect. Yeah.
Or I could paint it. Maybe if I painted it, that would have been.
Yeah. Boy. So, but yeah, I think those would be the ones that I would go with. And $300 or less, you can get into any of those.
Yeah, 100%. Those would be my choices too. That's a good looking wheelie.
Of course, in the scale news this week, we talked about the Willy bar.
The Willy bar, yeah. Maybe it's like a will he go? Like will it? I don't know.
It's
good old Willy bars.
Good old Chinese translation.
I like it. Matt, can you tell me about the Comanche behind you? I've always wondered about it.
The Comanche? Do you have a Comanche?
Not anymore.
I thought you sold the Comanche.
Yeah, the Comanche's long gone. It was a Vanquish VS4-10 chassis kit. And it was partially like the plastic JS scale front end of a Cherokee with an actual 3D printed rear of a Comanche, and then I bobbed the bed, and yeah, I think I did a what's on the bench about that one, but there is no Comanche here anymore.
It
was a regret.
But no, that was a good looking.
Yeah, that was a good one. I had fun with that one for sure.
So, either way,
it's a Willy bar for old Jeeps. Maybe that's
right.
Exactly. It's only for this. Bring back.
Did you pick up your set of Proline trenchers yet?
No, but someone was asking about those in the comments too. I'm actually looking at those RC 4-wheel drive Mickey Thompson Baja, whatever the
Pro X.
Yeah,
those are wildly aggressive.
Yes, I thought they might look good on the Rubicon build.
What?
No, I'm kidding. I'm not. I've got.
I was gonna say. I was like.
You've already put good tires on them. Yeah. No. I saw the trenchers. I don't know that that's a tire I'll be purchasing.
Yeah. That it didn't seem like one that's right in your wheelhouse. I'm not. I don't know where they're gonna fall for me yet either. I needed to have them.
Well, I do love tires more than anything. I think tires is where I spend all my money.
Yeah, so I got a set of the G8 on the way.
Oh yeah,
and surprise!
Yeah, they lost my Malibu body and T-shirt from my last order. They sent it via.
They lost it.
FedEx never delivered it, so we're tracking it down. And until I find stuff, I'm not ordering anything else.
Matt needs to paint his new curb killer 1000 concrete gray.
That's not a bad idea.
Curb killer
1000. You know what? A sting gray would look very nice on that body.
Of course, that's not. Yeah, I mean, yes, it would. It's a lot of gray.
It's a lot of gray.
Right. That body is huge.
Yeah, I might have to borrow your chip brush. I still have the van body to paint too. Before I buy myself any more Proline tires, I'm going to have to paint that van body.
Yeah, that's so many.
Too many projects.
Matt is drinking a Coors. The video will get demonetized.
Why?
You know what? I doubt it would, because they're like, ooh, he's drinking Coors. He needs the money.
Come on, man, help me out.
Natural light.
What's that other?
Natural ice.
Natural ice. That's the hello, Charlie RC. Thank you for checking in, man.
That natural ice is high school beer.
Oh, is that the okay? In our high school, it was Labatt Blue or Molson Canadian. It's the only ones you, because as like a 17-year-old.
Yeah. You know.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the drinking age was 18 then. But so.
No, no. When I was a kid, there was no drinking. It was prohibition. We made our own gin in the bathtub, and it was delicious.
Right.
My brother went blind, but that's okay.
The natural ice was our high school beer of choice because you could get it in a 30-pack for a little less than most others would sell a 24 in.
Ah, yes.
And the natural ice had the most alcohol.
Right. Well, yeah.
I
was more of the let's buy a Mickey of vodka and we'll put it in a Slurpee. Yum.
Oh wow. So I was not much of a beer person at that time either. Vodka probably more common. If it came in a glass bottle, it was far too expensive. So you can buy 175 a Smirnoff for like $18.99.
Yeah, we've got what's it called? Arctic Pool or something. It's like it comes in a plastic bottle.
Exactly. Telling you gotta save money. Yeah.
Do we get crystal beer here? No, I don't think so.
Forez, thank you for the Coors donation.
I would like to clarify that this is not a Coors Light. This is a Coors. It used to be called Banquet. Now they call it Original, which is stupid. And I quite enjoy this because I can crush like 1,000 of them. When I want,
are you still in high school?
Yeah. No, I wish I was. No, they have it at when I used to go to a work. They'd have the normal size cans, not the tall boys, and wouldn't be a party if I didn't have like 8 of those. But that's back when I weighed like 210 pounds.
Right. So, people are asking about my project here in the foreground.
Motors.
Yes.
I actually, you know what? When I saw you put that together the other day, I was like, "Oh,
finish that."
My stars! Hey, send me the body. I'll paint it for you.
Done.
Yeah.
Done and doner. Actually, I'm going to send you the whole thing so you can go ahead and just fit it too.
No thanks.
Yes, it's happening. I'm sending the whole thing.
All right, cool.
Because then that way you can drill the holes and all that.
Oh yeah, great. I can use my reamer.
Yeah. I'm glad you agreed to that on camera.
My big move. That does look sick as though, I gotta say. I didn't really. Oh no, there's a lot more pieces. The man is included.
Yeah.
Oh no! What did I agree to?
And then there of course is the helmet, which you can use this one or you can use one of your.
Yeah. I've got so many heads I can use.
Yeah.
Shit.
It's probably going to need one of the Yeti XL styles.
That's fine. I've got lots of those.
Yeah. So.
Darn it. Well, you know what? You're going to get what you're going to get.
Yeah.
So. This actually is great because it works out for both of us.
Right? Like, no matter what, I'll be like, that's better than I was gonna do.
I'll put a lot of effort in. I won't half-ass that. I want it to look good, but it is going to be a surprise.
That's fine. I'm very happy for that to be the case.
Maybe I'll do like a Rothman's theme and I'll call it Joshman's.
we can I can reopen it on episode 62.
Yeah, exactly. When you get it.
Yeah. So it's but I got it all wired up last night. ESC is in it, radio, the steering, the whole deal.
Does it have like it's a mechanical gyro that keeps it upright?
No, I don't know. It's just there's no gyro.
Oh, so
I don't know if it's just the weight of the wheels or what, but
so I mean this is going to be impossible to drive.
Oh, I fully think that is definitely the case.
The tires look fantastic.
They are good. So the tires that were suggested to me to pick up with this were these GRPs out of Italy.
See.
And they cost me $100 for the tires on this.
How much was the kit?
Like $219.
Oh, wow. So
yeah.
Okay.
Honestly, I bought the kit and did not understand that the tires were not included at first.
Does it come with a wheelie bar though?
No wheelie bar included. If they had a stretched and lowered like Hayabusa style one, I'd have been all over it. But it's pretty cool. It's big. It's got a functional front disc brake.
Neat.
Cable operated here.
Oh, that's
I don't have the micro servo on there yet.
Oh, yes.
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 So I wonder what the front fender is.
So is it like a cafe style racer? Is that one, or did you get the sport bike style?
No, this is a sport bike. This is the Fijan.
Oh, I love the Fijan.
FJ913.
Yes.
Obviously. Fun fact: the photo of the Fijan is not the version that shows up.
Interesting.
So, as you can see, no man in this photo.
Yes, that's correct. There is no man.
Lack of man.
That's probably why I agreed to it, because I was like, yeah, this will be an easy one. 10 minutes.
Right.
Is that the battery along the bottom?
Yeah.
Huh.
That is a stick pack.
That seems safe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But that's the thing with motorcycles, is that they're very safe. That's why they're just so widely used as methods of transportation.
Absolutely. They're everywhere.
Crash test ratings
through the roof.
So, yeah, this thing is cool.
I'm getting some great paint ideas in the chat here.
Yeah. Someone was saying, did the suggested tires not fit? These were the tires that were under the suggestion, and no, they did not fit. So still, the inside race was just about 1 millimeter too small for the carbon wheels. So I took them, and luckily I have my lathe back at home. I had it at Tony's for like 3 years. But I was able to just put them in the 3-jaw of the lathe and just do a quick little pass, clean it up, and then they mounted up fine.
Shane Eclipse says that's how it stays upright. It glides along gracefully on its battery.
That's why I used a hard case.
You've thought this through. Wow, it's it looks really neat, but
yeah.
Oh man, that's a lot of Lexan in really awkward places.
It's like painting a gigantic dual rider body.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That was not well, I only did 2 color on them.
See? It's like a convertible dual rider.
Yeah, I see.
So you may have to do a little cleanup on the cut here. I took a stab at it.
Yeah.
Not a literal stab.
Yeah, I was going to say operative word here, stab. What?
Just kind of manual jigsawed it. Just
put it in my drill press.
So yeah, may need a little cleanup, but I will say that the rest of the cut quality on this, not done by me, but of equal quality.
Oh, great. That's interesting.
So yeah, that I'm quite excited for the finished product now.
Yeah, well,
since I don't have to do
you're
it.
Gonna have to wait a heck of a long time.
That's fine. It's one more box out of this shop.
But don't send me the whole motorcycle.
Oh, the whole thing's coming.
Oh.
Trust me, you'll want it. Because I was already dreading the fitment, so it's so much easier now that you're going to do it. And
I'm honored.
Yeah. So yeah, but it's pretty rad. Yeah, these little casters on the side, so it's so that it can't fall over.
So yeah, but I mean you should put bigger wheels on it because that's how it's just going to be all the time. With no gyro, like you're gonna have to like throw it down a hill or something.
There's people who say they know how to do it. This is my 4th or 5th RC motorcycle. This is my 2nd 5th scale RC motorcycle. I've never driven one though.
Oh my God.
Never successfully driven one.
So it doesn't even matter if I paint it nicely.
Well, no, it matters more because it's going to stay that way.
It's true. It'll go very nicely. It will be
one of the best looking. Yes. So, now either way, I probably will drive it. So, and or I will attempt to drive it. But I think that it's cool and I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. It looks pretty neat. And when you started goofing around looking for one of these again, I was like, Fijan, eh?
Fijan. So, yeah. Ben was also asking about Stepcraft projects. And actually, I did make some, I was working on that a little bit before I left. I ordered one of the fancy tool length sensors, long it sets distances to come though, because it had to like come from, they were waiting for it to come from Germany, and then it finally came and I got it. But I got that, and I was waiting for some collets, and I got that, and I got the whole table nice and leveled by milling the whole thing. So it looks good now. And so I'm ready to actually do a little bit more as far as video stuff, because previously my spoil board that was on top of that CNC router, it wasn't like at the same height from one corner to the opposite. Like there was a definite height difference. But I didn't have the collet to use a big bit, and I wasn't going to mill the whole thing with an 1/8 inch end mill. So now that I've got everything in good shape, I'm pretty excited to get back to work on that.
That's riveting.
Exactly. Hey, which it's going to be very riveting when it's helping me clobber you on our next project.
What are we doing again?
Oh,
you mean the next Mayhem?
Kind of.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Right. Sorry. There's so many projects.
Yes.
But that one is going to be a good one. And we should probably, I think this week I'm going to actually, once I get this tiny documentary out of the way.
Yes.
I'm going to pop right onto that.
Yep. I think we need to just come up with our plan of attack and dive in.
We've already got the name and the logo, so that's done. Yeah, heck yeah, you MFU.
MFU.
Look at all those things.
Look at all of those lights.
Oof. Oh man, I'm so glad I didn't start on that part yet, because
I know. Did you start on the trailer yet?
No.
No? Okay.
No. I haven't any time.
There's a lot here.
You think?
Just the weight of this. itself.
Yeah. Well, because does this one have the thing for the hitch?
Yeah, it does.
Uh-huh.
I was unaware of that.
Yeah. This is a serious unit.
Wow, that's more than I knew.
Yeah. That's why it's so hefty, because that's the real bonus kit. That thing is not cheap. So that's actually going to play quite nicely into our whole scheme.
It will. I'm. Well, that's cool.
Yeah, the lights and everything, though. Wow, and this has the whole sound unit too, so it's just like the startup and the driving,
the sound unit, the pleaser,
the pleaser.
Oh, the spinning weight.
Right, so you get the whole, you get the vibration of the whole.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Is that the did you send the right one for me? I think there might be a different one, the American or the European one.
Are you screwing with me?
No, I don't think I am.
Well, there's a 50-50 shot.
I'm pretty sure that you sent me the right one, because if you look at the graphic on front.
Yeah, this has got a pretty American look to it.
Yeah, exactly.
I have a photo of the one that I sent.
Yeah, I know.
I can.
Craig Thompson is saying he goes American or European?
Well, they're both American.
Yeah.
They're both the same.
It doesn't.
Okay.
It's just the noises. It doesn't.
The noises? What, do they have a different horn?
Probably. The lighting is different for reverse on the European one. It doesn't matter. I'll hardly ever go in reverse. You never reverse in a semi truck, right?
Not well.
No, certainly not well. That's going to be an interesting. MFC 03 is the Euro one. So fortunately, I think we both got the America.
We both got the correct ones. Yeah. I think we need a motorcycle mayhem. Oh, I think that would be basically a replay of the. Matt, how did we never put this together? That the worst mayhem was basically flying cars.
Holy shit. The only difference is that I didn't end up with some 18-year-old. Holy shit, you're right. We basically tried to oh man. Now, you know what though? Now we need to go to Associated and say, hey.
On brand, right?
Yeah, totally on brand. You want to do this right. You got to give us both an RC8. And we're going to jump it way further than that ding dong ever did.
You know, we just call it Flying Cars 2. Monthly Mayhem Flying Cars 2.
I think we just did it. I think it's done. I think that Associated would be thrilled.
You know.
What a tie-in.
Right.
Coming this spring. You saw it here first. Flying Cars 2.
Yes.
I think actually, you know what? You're onto something with that. That's good.
I know. See, this is how brilliance happens, everybody. You know?
Incredible.
Chongy
calls it Flying Cars 2, flying farther. I mean, I won that challenge, so I'm feeling pretty good about my.
And I was so confident that I was winning that one at the end. I was like, I know what I've got. I know I've got the.
I'm 12 feet off the ground. Surely I can beat him.
I was the most frustrating challenge of all time.
Yeah, that one was infuriating. Mostly because it was minus 20 Celsius the entire time I was trying to do it. I was like, why did I choose winter to do this?
Exactly. We learn a little bit every time.
Yep, that's true. We do. No, we do have a good monthly mayhem idea in the works already. We do need to propose that one still. Josh has got to use his keyboard and type something up. We have this next challenge, which we haven't announced yet. But that's coming very soon.
Yes.
Richard and I, we're going to do a little one-on-one tete-a-tete sort of challenge as well.
Nice. Something fun?
Just something fun, yeah. We're both going to do those military Chevys because he has one, right? He has the CUCV.
CUCV, right.
And he's going to do his version, and I'm going to do the Canadian version because they were different. So...
Oh, I'm sure you guys will get real into the interesting details of the differences. Well, you see, the gas door on our version is hinged the opposite way. And little known fact, the hazard symbol on the Canadian version says hazard rather than this triangle.
Yeah, that's you're exactly right.
These 100%. Tiny warning stickers are printed in both English and French. And I know you can't read it because it's only 4 centimeters or millimeters tall, but
it's true. At least you guys can't be any worse than the original flying cars. Matt can borrow my Arizona Beige Ranger as well.
Cody Vandenberg says, just like the movies, the worst ones get sequels.
Well, I bet you we'd be in some sort of legal trouble if we called it Flying Cars 2.
You know what? I guarantee they didn't make enough money off the first one to hire an attorney.
I don't know, man. Just between you and I, and how many people we made watch this movie, that's at least $40.
Right. Saul Goodman's going to come knocking at our door.
Yes. Saul Goodman. I love that. I love that's where the name came from. Flying Cars as well. That's another title I think would be good. I love that we always manage to mention that movie on this show.
Over time, everybody is going to have to see it. Though it's like I have to see this.
I have to see this stupid movie.
Yes.
All right. What did we miss? Did we miss anything else?
I know we did. I've had probably 10 other projects I was supposed to mention, but I've forgotten them all.
Yeah. I feel like the list hasn't gotten any shorter since the last time.
The good news is that we normally do these every week. So
yes. It's hard to believe we only missed 1 week.
Yeah, and I didn't miss it.
No, you managed to keep going and feel bad because I couldn't. The internet was so garbage up there.
Yeah,
it was.
I can't imagine what your version of garbage internet is. And so that's.
It's where a pigeon delivers your mail to you.
Exactly.
Get back here. Phoenix
is out of here. Thanks for stopping in as always, Phoenix.
Yeah,
I tried to meet up with Phoenix. We were at the same show and we didn't. I was so busy talking to everybody at the that I didn't check my phone enough and we did not link up. But
too bad.
Yes. So, can you watch that movie on YouTube, the Flying Cars movie? No. Sadly, no. You have to pay for it.
You have to buy it.
Yeah.
And I honestly feel like they owe us for all of the purchases.
If we don't get some sort of wrapped gift basket at some point.
You're hearing it here first. If I don't get an edible arrangement that is mostly cantaloupe.
Yeah, I was gonna say that seems more on par.
Honeydew.
Yeah.
Ugh.
the chocolate covered pineapple, the best part of those
Barf.
edible range mounts.
I mean, that's the best of the worst.
One of my coworkers, Karina, again, has a thoughtful husband, and he sends her those every once in a while. Mm-hmm. It's always one of my favorite days. Like,
so gross.
Because then I get to end up eating half of
it. Trail Critter said, I watched it because of you guys. Who's giving me my money back?
Yeah.
You're on your own, pal. That money shan't be returned.
This motorbike model was, I believe, about $219. And then I think that I overspent on tires. I think there are more affordable versions available because these tires were about $100.
Are they soft at all, though?
Are they what?
Are they soft? Do they have any ply to them? Give?
They're not. They don't have any give, but the rubber compound feels good.
Okay.
These actually have like a hard molded plastic insert in the middle of the tire, and that's what it all like mounts to. So kind of cool in that way. But yeah, the FJ 913.
The naming.
Yes. I will have to do a video on this before I send it to Matt, though, just as it is, and then I will say it in video and refer to this clip of him promising the paint job.
But look, I'm not paying return shipping. Okay, so
that's
you're gonna
fine.
have to send me like a FedEx number or something so I can give it back
Done.
to you.
Okay, I can print you a return label. All bases covered.
You know what I'm gonna do though? I'm gonna send the motorcycle back with an entirely different body.
Done.
Now it won't fit the motorcycle.
Oh.
Just be like some random body that I have here. Here you go.
Right. Yeah. But no, that's good. All right. Should we call this week?
I believe we should. Thank you, everyone, for watching. It's been a real pleasure. Thanks to all the people who donated some fundage. Very kind of you. Not necessary at all. Especially in Josh's corner. He's very rich.
Thank you.
You're right. Brand new Gladiator.
Oh my God. Thank you to Dale C, Gene Masters, Michael Five and Dime, Gigawatt,
Fijan,
Gene Master, Cody Oscar, David, Quack RC, Ben Benavides, and Corez09W.
Ben, you should start sending me money too, so you can start paying for your jelly bean. Dale C, Quack RC, JDM, JDK, Gene Master, and Gene Master again. Thank you, guys. Very kind of you. Have a great evening, everyone. Thanks so much for watching, and don't forget, Fijan.
Goodbye.
Bye.